CES Las Vegas, robotic lawn care is no longer about convenience, it's about replacement. Lymow is one of the companies redefining what a robotic lawnmower can realistically handle. Hey everyone, I'm Radhika Seth from Yanko Design. Many of you already know Lymow One as a boundary-free tank track robotic mower built for steep slopes and complex yard. At CES, Lymow is introducing the next revolution, Lymow One Plus. Let's get started. For the readers who know Lymow One as the tank track boundary-free mower, how would you introduce Lymow One Plus in your own words, and what role do you see it playing in the evolution of the robotic lawnmower care?
So Limo One Plus is a comprehensive upgrade of Limo One, I would say. It delivers a fundamental step up in cutting performance, stability, and long-term reliability, while becoming noticeably smarter in complex real-world yard conditions. It's a mower built to genuinely solve problems for large and complex lawns in North America and increasingly globally. We didn't design it to showcase flashy intelligence. Instead, we went back to the first principles and asked a very simple question. What does the user ultimately care about? The answer is very straightforward. Cut the grass well, consistently, and without hassle.
Absolutely.
In 2025, robotic lawnmower penetration in North America is still expected to be around 3 to 4%. Let's say for sure less than 5%. But looking ahead to 2026, we believe the era of robotic lawn care in North America is truly beginning. And Limo One Plus is built to play an important role in that shift.
How did Lymow, identify this completely different hardware design approach and see the opportunity it could unlock in the North American market?
Yeah, let's say there are three key points because for us, we are always user centric
Got it.
and we figure out the user demand from our user research. There are quantitative user research and qualitative user research. We have done a lot about it. Yeah, like me, Mandy, we've traveled through the US. Yeah, I have visited more than 10 states. I've spoken to more than 30 families. Yeah, 3 hours each one. Yeah, it's always in-depth conversation. You touch the grass through your own hands. You listen to the users from the deep, from your heart, let's say. Yeah. So first point is user-centric. The second point is we do have very good accumulation in R&D. Let's say hardware level, mechanical design. Software level, we do have our accumulation in our autonomous algorithm. Our software team, most of our software team are from autonomous driving industry.
Okay. Wow.
So yeah, that's R&D. So R&D plus a very clear sense of product positioning, product definition. That's point two, I would put. And the point three is when you are clear about it, we need to have our consistent high level strategy and always keep moving on with. So consistent high level strategy plus execution from everyone.
Got it.
That's sometimes it's the opportunity from a startup, because it's a very unique design. If you're in a big company, you got challenged it. Yeah. If there's a very unique design, you are going to make some collective decision in a big company, and the quality manager is going to say, hey, you don't have a reference data. So what's your potential quality issues? And the after sales manager is going to challenge you about, okay, what to expect is after sales results, what would be your expected return rate? So that's still very, let's say, familiar conversation for me because I worked in a big company as well.
Okay.
But for their startup, it's very clear. It's a top down from the CEO level, from Gal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the spirit of why there's still a lot of opportunities for startups.
Got it. So, and staying with that big picture for a moment, looking ahead, what long-term value does Lima hope to create for homeowners with residential yards worldwide?
Well, that's a very good question.
Yeah, but I brought it up simply because I thought these were really important questions, that we need to get people to know and understand also. It is quite an important question to be asked.
I'm glad you raised this question, this, let's say, that mission vision question. So our core vision has always been using the best, or let's say the most appropriate technology to give people their time back,
Hmm.
to make them truly hands-free.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's our core vision. Not to show up those fancy technology, but
Hmm.
to understand what users need.
Yeah.
That we tend to say the most appropriate technology rather than the best technology.
Correct, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now let's get a little bit more technical, okay? So many brands claim all-terrain capabilities. For Lima One Plus, how did you define the edge cases you absolutely refuse to fail at? And what kind of yards or scenarios became your internal benchmark for success?
Marketing is kind of tricky.
Hmm.
Yeah, lots of manufacturers or lots of brands tend to use those, how can I put it, extreme words. Yeah,
Hmm.
I can do everything. Okay. People
Hmm.
use that in marketing words. The
Hmm.
all terrain. All terrain is a very strong word. It means a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So back to our key word, user-centric. So that's
Hmm.
about the user cases and the scenario, the working scenarios in the US market, in the North American market, let's say.
Hmm.
So many brands define all terrain almost entirely around slope climbing. But even
Okay.
there, most of them haven't truly resolved the problem. The backyards in the US are basically very complicated, very diverse, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
it's smaller in a city area, but it could be extremely large. It could be
Correct.
2 acres in the countryside
Yeah.
with a little forest, some
Hmm.
slopes and holes, lots of them. So from the very beginning, we designed Limo One Plus specifically for the open real-world yard environments. We spent extensive time visiting target users and studying their lawns,
Hmm.
not in controlled demos, but in everyday conditions. When we
Hmm.
saw repeatedly, we opened yards filled with unpredictable obstacles,
Hmm.
exposed tree roots, the more hills, the more holes, yeah, there are lots of moles in the US
Hmm.
backyard,
Correct.
and
Correct.
rabbit holes,
Yes.
swings, trampolines. So I would say in North America, these aren't edge cases, but they are the baseline. So they became the scenarios we absolutely refused to fail at.
Hmm.
And also, grass type is another non-negotiable benchmark. That's why we
Correct.
come up with our dual blade, dual mulching blade.
Okay.
Yeah, we evaluated more than a dozen common grass
Hmm.
across North America because there are cool season grass and warm season grass.
Hmm.
Like their grass named Synoxty, very thick and tough. It's
Hmm.
very thick, tough, strong. And when you touch it, you will shoot, they'll come back. That's their Synoxty. Because we touched the grass through our
Yeah.
own hands. We felt it. Yeah, so we knew the user scenario. If a mower can't cut the grass, people actually have the
Hmm.
claim of all terrain. Doesn't really work.
Okay.
So our internal benchmark was never a single extreme condition. It was whether the mower could operate reliably, safely, and consistently across the
Consistent.
full complexity of a real North America yard.
Yeah, I like the use of the word consistently because that's something that, with technology and, end case users, they really need to understand this, that you need your mower to work consistently through all the terrains that are there and as you have explained in your experience. So I want to actually now connect directly to the real users over here. What feedback from Lima One directly influenced the design of One Plus?
You know what happened after our first batch of Lymow One delivered to the US?
Hmm.
Yeah, our product manager and also Mandy, they traveled among 6 states in the US and
Hmm.
listened to the voice of our consumers.
Hmm.
That's what we did.
Hmm.
That's the qualitative research we did. And
Hmm.
also we did some quantitative research because we
Hmm.
do have the data. We set up some questionnaire as well to
Hmm.
fully understand the feedback from
Hmm.
our first wave of consumers.
Hmm.
So we have always intensely focused on user experience. With
Hmm.
Lemon One, we were encouraged to see strong validation from early owners.
Hmm.
One of the issues user reported was the our hub reliability during wet mowing conditions.
Okay.
In our first generation, the grass clippings could accumulate and eventually kind of damage the hub motor.
Okay.
Yeah, we're honest for this. And for
Okay.
Lymow One Plus, we address this from the multiple angles. We added dedicated debris shields to significantly reduce grass clippings
Hmm.
and introduced scrapping to
Hmm.
prevent the clippings from getting trapped.
Hmm.
And also, we increased our motor strength
Okay.
by more than two times. So
Oh.
altogether, these changes fundamentally,
Hmm.
entirely resolve these issues rather than masking it. Yeah, anyways, the first version won't be 100% perfect.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. You need to keep building and improving
Yeah.
on that. Correct. Yes, I get it. Cut quality has always been a strong point for Lima. Okay. You already had strong mulching and debris handling with Lima One. How did you approach improving that with in the system for One Plus?
Yeah, with the first generation, yeah, we're actually doing very well in the first generation
Mm-hmm.
already.
Yeah.
It still hadn't fully surpassed those traditional gas and
Mm-hmm.
electric mowers in certain conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, Limo people, so after talking to us, you will feel that Limo people, we don't want to exaggerate.
Hmm.
Honestly,
Yeah.
we don't like to exaggerate anything. We don't like
Yeah.
laughing. What we like to, yeah, again, user-centric, make something that really works for our
Mm-hmm.
users. So what we're trying to is a robotic, but also have the performance as yeah, push mower or even a ride-on mower.
Hmm.
Yeah, until now, most of the robotic lawnmowers are using razor blades, a kind
Hmm.
of wick,
Hmm.
kind of
Yeah.
a kind of tech toy in the
Yeah.
US market, I would say, yeah, in the North
Yeah.
American market.
Yeah.
Even our first generation have been working quite well, and the feedback from our users are, I would say, amazing. But still, for us, it's not enough.
Hmm.
With the first generation, the internal space, and limited power allocation constrained how far we can push cutting performance,
Hmm.
especially in long grass and overgrown areas.
Hmm.
So we fundamentally re-engineered the cutting system for OnePlus when the cutting chamber volume has been expanded by roughly 50%.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
and this gave us physical space needed to move more air and material.
mm-hmm.
So let's say it's a new cutting system with a
Okay.
50% peak power increase, first one,
Okay.
and a lot better material. We used the SK5, which
Okay.
is usually used for industrial material,
Okay.
and we redesign our blade. In this case, we
Mm-hmm.
have the product come up with how can I put it?
Mm-hmm.
Cyclone airflow.
Hmm.
So it's grass lifting. So usually the grass is like this. And
Hmm.
with the cyclone grass lifting,
Hmm.
airflow,
Hmm.
yeah, when
Okay.
the when the blade is
Yeah.
rotating, the
Yeah.
grass will
Rotate.
lift up.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have a clean, even cut.
Okay.
So let's
Lovely.
say, yeah, in the new cutting system, 50% peak power increase, a lot better material,
Mm-hmm.
and grass lifting cyclone airflow.
Okay.
And also we have a side discharge feature. So sometimes the grass clippings will be in a line after cutting. But in our system, we
Hmm.
just kind of blow the grass clipping
Hmm.
to make sure it's can I put it even or something to make
Hmm.
sure it's not in a line to make sure it's on the ground. So in
Hmm.
this case, it's healthier. Does it make
Okay.
sense? It's healthier
Yes. Yes.
for
It
your
is.
lawn. Yeah,
Yeah.
you do have grass clippings, yeah, in a line, but you have yeah, and like an average, you have
Yeah.
grass clippings. So that's healthy. That's entirely, let's say, 4 points, four
Huh.
upgrades in our cutting system,
Hmm.
and all makes sense. That's all from a user
User,
perspective,
yeah,
user
yeah,
centric.
yeah,
Again,
yeah. So, so let's just get a little bit
okay.
specific then about the capabilities. Like what kind of terrain or yard conditions that the original Lima One could not handle that now Lima One Plus can handle.
Okay, so basically three cases. The first major improvement is in wet and raining conditions. With
Okay.
OnePlus, hub durability and debris protection have been significantly enhanced to operate far more reliably when grass is wet,
Hmm.
environments that often exposed limitations in the first generation. Second, the OnePlus is far more capable in heavy growth scenarios,
Hmm.
including long grass and dense weeds.
Okay.
It can now cut, lift, and mulch
Hmm.
thick vegetation that previously required more favorable conditions or manual intervention. Yeah, finally, live heavy environments were another clear improvement area. So
Hmm.
OnePlus now delivers significantly better leaf shredding and mulching performance, with the grass lifting. The leaves will also be kind of how can I put it? Suck up or something. Sorry. Yeah,
Huh.
the leaves will also be lift up. Yeah, and
Okay.
then we mulch the leaves. Yeah,
Okay.
so it's going to be far more effective. Yeah, during seasonal transitions.
Okay.
So you're gonna have a relaxed autumn. You
Love.
don't need, yeah, you don't need your snow blowers every week or every half of the week.
Okay.
I know the leaves are falling very
Yes.
often,
Yes. Yes.
frequently in
Yes. Yes.
autumn.
Absolutely. So I have one very important question. I'm going to skip a little ahead because I think this is very important for our viewers to know. How do you see OnePlus stacking up against, premium competitors in the robot market right now?
Yeah, you mean what is our differentiation?
Yes, from
Yeah,
the competition
what
right
is so
now.
how do we stack
Yes.
up?
Yeah. Why
I'm
would
glad.
someone want to pick up the Lymow One Plus over any other premium robot mower out in the market right now? Why would they want to pick this up?
I will answer it in three simple points,
Mm-hmm.
and also I will answer it how we differentiate
Hmm.
ourselves from the others.
Hmm.
So, assuming I meet a customer in the elevator, I have only 30 seconds. I
Hmm.
would come up and say, okay, we're the first one using rotary blades, mulching rotary blades. Yeah,
Hmm.
let's say, yeah, the best cutting capability, and
Hmm.
we're the first one who can support the slope of 45 degrees, 100%. So let's say the best climbing capability. And we mow up to 1.73 acres per day.
Hmm.
Yeah, in our testing environment. So
Hmm.
that's a industry-leading cutting efficiency.
Oh,
So best cutting performance, best climbing capability, and industry-leading cutting efficiency. So about your question is about how we stack up against premium competitors.
yes.
We will say until now, no one is really successful in the robotic lawnmower market in the
Oh,
US.
okay.
Yeah, if you do some market research,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, people are basically until 2025, I would say, people were basically skeptical or unsure about the category robotic lawnmower.
Hmm.
Even I believe, as far as I know, maybe 20% of the US people haven't heard of there's such thing like robotic lawnmower in the field. That's the
Okay.
very truth.
Okay.
Yeah, if you look at the big data, nobody really succeed. So back to our topic, the
Yeah.
first principle, yeah, it's got to do its job. So we don't spend much time position ourselves feature by feature against premium competitors. What Limo does is understanding user needs and systematically improving real user experience. So
Okay.
for us, more importantly, is the market education. Honestly, it's a heavy job.
Yeah.
That's very important.
Okay. So then my one last question before we wrap up and building upon what you said right now, what is it that you want people to understand about OnePlus that they may not understand just looking at the spec sheet? So if I look at just the technical specs, what is the one thing that you want me to understand about OnePlus that may not be written about, but is something very important for me as a consumer to understand that this is the product that I need to go and get out in the market?
About this question, I would answer as I would come up with the words from the bottom of Gao's heart. Because,
Okay.
yeah, Manny, we spoke with him a lot. That's the from the bottom of our founder's heart. So
Mm.
specs can tell you what a product is capable of, but they rarely explain how it feels to live with it.
Yes.
Okay, over a decade of building products, I've learned user experience is the most fundamental requirement. Beneath all features and technologies, what truly earns trust is solving real problems in a pragmatic way, paying attention to small details, and delivering a level of reliability users can depend on day after day. So
Okay.
that's what OnePlus is really about. Many
Okay.
of its most important improvements don't stand out on a spec sheet, but user will feel them in how consistently the mower works, how little friction it adds to daily life, and how thoughtfully it handles edge cases. We're confident that OnePlus, the overall experience, can set a new benchmark for the category this year, not because it looks impressive on paper, but because users can genuinely feel the care, effort, and values behind the product. That's ultimately how we hope people come to recognize Limo as a brand.
Lovely. Charles, thank you so much for your time today. And everyone who's watching us right now, we are going to be here at the CES floor and bringing you a lot more about Lymow One Plus. Stay tuned and we will be back shortly.